Hey everybody, look what I figured out how to do. Yeah. Excuse me. Remember this part of the Sunken city? How I saw an item over across the way, couldn't figure out how to get it? Well, I did, and it is very cleverly hidden. What you do is you've got to find one of those kind of rotating switches to raise this platform. Oh god, stupid torch. And I think I'll show it... Oh no, maybe not now. But it's hidden behind some poison statues, or I think the ones with the red eyes are like petrify statues. But you have to destroy them, they're in a little alcove, and then you can see the switch behind them. And you can only do this with ranged attacks. So very cleverly hidden. And here we have this kind of strange cave full of these lizard guys with the poison statues on their back. So I guess we'll just venture on in. See what we can see. Tedious work. Okay. Oh. Oh my. What is that? Huh. Okay. Oh, that's right. Notched whip. How the real fight begins. Hey, Promised Work of Peace! That's gonna be sweet. That's a really awesome spell in Dark Souls 1. It became infamous, and it looks like they've added it back in with the DLC, but I can't work out what the fuck this thing is. It's so cute though. Okay, so attacking it doesn't seem to do anything. No. Uh-huh. Let's try, with the special sword. Whoop. Something's happened. Oh, we killed it! Oh. What does it have? Dried roots. Okay. For those of you who don't know, that is actually, I believe it's called the God Tree. And because I'm an idiot, I didn't know that what you're supposed to do is attack it with that notched whip you find, and it'll kind of do its thing and blow this kind of pollen everywhere, and it restores the durability of all your equipment. So that's actually what you're supposed to do with that tree. You're not supposed to kill it like I did. And here you can see we used the Eternal Sanctum key to get into this little area with all these chests, and there's a ladder just behind me, and that leads up to the Cave of the Dead, and that's kind of like a challenge area. I won't be going through it in this, you know, on camera, I suppose. I have done it though. It's pretty difficult, especially the end boss fight. It's like 3 dudes you have to fight at once. One of them sort of has Havel set, one has like an Lucatiel set and a great bow, and the other one has like the Alva set with dual, I think they're falchions or scimitars or something. But it's a really tough fight. Oh well, I say really tough fight. If you're on your own, you can summon a couple of phantoms to help and it becomes pretty trivial. But still, it was nice. It was a fairly nice challenge area. That's kind of optional. And here we've got a really awesome item. I believe this was the Lightning Clutch Ring. Yeah, there we go. Totally awesome. It increases your lightning damage, but decreases your physical defense. So that's really good for this character, because we've got some lightning weapons. I've done a little bit of... Oh, well, you know, I say I've done testing. There have been people who have done testing. And if you have, like, a weapon that does inherent lightning damage, and you infuse it with lightning and you use that ring, you get a pretty good boost to your overall lightning damage. And here we tried to go into the bug pit, and we just got jumped on by these crazy spider egg sac things. It was so difficult. Have mercy. Have mercy, FromSoft. Anyway, now remember here, I'm sorry if it's really dark, but this is like the spike pit area, where we found there was that big wooden wheel, you know, stone wheel, the ones with the 2 holes in it, and it's like a puzzle. I figured out where the switch is. You've got to shoot through one of the holes with a bow, or you can go down and throw like a firebomb or something to activate it. There we go. Yeah, see, it's in there. You've got to shoot it, and that's how you do this puzzle. And then now we have to go up onto that little walkway. Or you could throw a firebomb through, that's the other way to do it. But I choose just to use a bow. And there we go, from about here you can shoot down through. I'm trying something a little bit different with this episode. I've tried to go for a bit of a longer length, about half an hour I think it sits at. So, you know, tell me if you prefer kind of 15 to 20 minute videos or these longer sort of half-hour ones. And also, what with my university semester starting again, I'm probably going to be uploading less frequently, like maybe once a week. I'll try to stick to sort of a Monday schedule. We've only got 1 or 2 more episodes to do in this Dark Souls DLC playthrough. Then we'll go back to Prison Architect, and then I guess I'll have to find something new. I think that's that little area pretty much taken care of. I think we've dealt with everything. Oh no, wait, there's one more switch, I remember. Where is it? There it is. And that lowers the spikes in the pit. So you don't have to worry about hurting your little feet. Your precious little feet. There we go. Alright, take 2 of this bug pit. Buff up. And in we go. Die. That's 1. Heal. That's 2. Oh god, they're everywhere. Ugh. You know, I think I would just completely skip this area if they were the spiders from sort of the Seldora area, because I hate those. I know I've mentioned I just hate spiders, but yeah, if this was a pit full of spiders and not these weird egg sac things, then yeah, I would be freaking out. Dung pie. That always makes me giggle. Dung pie. Oh well, there's some okay items down here. Nothing really amazing by the looks of it. Oh, we've got a ladder. Where does this lead? Oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe this will be something worthwhile. Hey, Flynn's ring, and this is actually a really awesome item. What it does is, it works off your equip stat. And by equip stat, I don't mean equip load, so really it works off your vitality. So if you have a really low vitality and hence low equip load, this thing increases your attack. So I definitely want to try a build with wearing no armor, like dual castices, just like no equip load, put that ring on the Ring of Blades, and just tear shit up with like insane amounts of damage. And here we are, back where we fought Thomas. And we're going to go through this fog gate. Okay. Looks like there's going to be something nasty. Okay. Let's see. Just in case we have to spam Great Resonant Soul. And we're not above spamming on this channel. Oh, it's a dinosaur! That's right, at the bottom of the Sanctum city is Jurassic Park. We found it. And I wish that I'd actually seen Jurassic Park recently so I could remember how the theme music goes. But anyway, I'm going to fast forward this here. I'm just poisoning these guys. A German spy actually did a really good kind of lore explanation on these guys. They're actually called losers. Like, literally, they're called losers because they weren't good enough to become proper demons. Yeah, they're called losers. I've actually figured out probably the best way to deal with this section is just to have a really good close combat weapon and fight them close up. If killing them quickly is what you care about and you don't have the patience to poison them all. But this is an excellent area to farm, what's it called? Petrified Dragon Bone, because these guys drop it like you know, like there's no tomorrow. Like it's going out of fashion, I should say. And there's a lot of really good upgrade items just scattered around, like, you know, 3 lots of Dragon Bones, 3 lots of Twinkling Titanite. It's a really sweet area, like, you feel really rewarded for getting here, which is awesome. So yeah, equip, like, your Jester's Hat and your, what is it, the Golden Serpent Ring? Covetous Gold Serpent Ring, that's it. And just farm these guys. They drop, Petrified Dragon Bones very often. They drop Titanite slabs as well. Like, I completely farmed out this area. I had something like 10 Titanite slabs. They can also drop Dragon Scales, so that's quite rare. So if you don't really feel like PvPing, but you still want to level up in the Dragon Remnants Covenant, this is the place to do it. I think they respawn about 10 times, 10 to 12 times, which is, I think, pretty standard for most enemies in this game, before you need to respawn them with the bonfire aesthetic. And you probably want to farm these guys out on New Game, like, not New Game Plus, just New Game, because they have a lot of health, they hit very hard, there's a lot of them, so if you're farming you have to be very careful about where you fight, because otherwise it'll draw, like, more than 2. Like, oh, I should say more than 1, so 2 or 3 at once, and then you're dead. Like, they're so difficult to deal with when there's multiple losers. So yeah, I would definitely say farm them on New Game, if you've got like another boss weapon you want to upgrade. A spy would say, later idiots. Yeah, and if you don't want to kill them, the best way to get through that area is just to run through. They're fairly slow. As long as you know where you're going and you just keep running, you can get through without taking damage. Though you do have to watch out for their kind of, that ball of dark lightning or whatever that they spit at you. Because that has a lot of range and it does area of effect damage. There's a funky stone over there. We've got this little cave. And then we can come out here. And we have an item. Drakeblood Greatsword. This weapon's actually really cool. I like it a lot. It's very fast, it looks cool, I like the moveset. The only thing is, while it does pretty high physical damage, it takes, I'm pretty sure it's Petrified Dragon Bone to upgrade. So, there's not much of that in the game, so you have to really pick and choose how you use it. And it does small amounts of, I think it's magic and fire damage, I think. If you really want to check, you can just pause the video where I look at the stats. Wait, yeah, lightning and magic, that's what it does. But only very small amounts, so this weapon has to go through 3 different defenses, which is, I suppose you could infuse it with either lightning or magic. Do it. It does nothing. It does nothing. But yeah, it's a fun weapon. Probably not that great to use, though. Here we go. And this is how these things work. Things we couldn't figure out right at the beginning of this playthrough. Yeah, they're elevators, and you have to go down to the bottom to activate them. And that's how they work. And I've got a feeling where this will lead. Hint, hint, it's the first bonfire. Shortcut ahead. That back there is the way we have to go to progress with the level. But, since I've pretty much figured out at this point where this leads, we'll just go rest up at the bonfire. No reason not to. There we go. Yep. Right back to the start. Which is very cool level design. I love circular level design. Like when you get very far in a level and you find a shortcut right back to the beginning. I always think that's cool. So anyway, this is through that door I pointed out earlier. Got some human effigies. Chest ahead. Pfft, yeah. Yeah. Looks like someone fell for it. Huh. What a fool. Be wary of a liar. Oh, I bet that's the poor sod who died. And one cool thing is, from up here, or even from the very start of the level, you can look down and you can see the losers kind of in their lair. stomping around. Ooh, we've got that creepy singing again. And that's actually from those sorceresses that we saw, the ones that emit like the poison gas when they die. Yeah, they're the ones who sing. No, didn't quite make it. And this was giving me the heebie-jeebies, because this looks like the room where you fight Thomas. So that was freaking me out a little bit. I'm like, I don't like this. Deja vu. I think I use a, yeah, I do use a flame butterfly here. Light this place up, because it's quite dark. And normally I play with the really awesome Gedusatu mod, and I downsample from 4K and I apply some post-processing, so it makes the game a lot darker, so torches are actually useful. And when you're using that mod, this area is very dark. Like, you can't see shit without a torch. But we've got what looks like a platforming puzzle here. We've just got to get to the bottom of this little ziggurat. And I think maybe here? No, because from the top you can see the fog gate that you need to get to. Yep, there it is. There it is. That's where we need to go. And we basically just got to fall down these platforms and go around the sides to find a safe way down. Nimble one, right. That message there saved my bacon, because we are about to meet the owner of the sword we picked up. And they are assholes. Like, they're fast, they're aggressive, they're tough. They're difficult to stagger, unless you just cheese them with spells, which I do on subsequent runs. Yeah, they're very difficult to backstab. No use blocking with that torch, Kaiser. It ain't gonna do shit. Go. Yeah, they're very aggressive. They have a very varied set. They just do not stop. They're tough enemies. Especially if, like me, we're not rocking much health. For this sort of build that has fairly low defense and low health, these kind of enemies that are very aggressive, very quick attacks, they're probably the most difficult to deal with. Because we can't really outpoise them and just take the hits. They'll kill us, or we'll just have to burn through our Estus. And because our weapon it doesn't do a lot of poise damage, we can't kind of hit them once, back off. Well, we can, but it'll take a while. But there we go. Yep. Look at me. But yeah, as I was saying, a two-handed swipe with a katana, I think that staggers most humanoid enemies. And hiding up there, we've got a Sanctum Knight. Oop, he's fallen on through. Oh well. And this is another little puzzle area. See, you can just get a glimpse of them, but there's 4 crystal lizards hanging up on that little overhang there. And if you rotate these 2 stone circles in the right way, those lizards will actually run out into this little room here, and then it's basically open season. So I recommend either bringing a very strong weapon that can kill them in one shot reliably, like with an overhead swing, or a really strong spell, just to spam it, because there's 4 lizards. I mean, even when I came in here later with Great Resonant Soul equipped, I was only able to get 3 of the lizards, 3 out of 4. They do respawn though, so you can come back later if you miss them the first couple of times, I think. Because I'm pretty sure I only got 3 out of 4 lizards, and then when I came back, this was like my 4th try. The one that I hadn't got was missing. Like, he didn't seem to be there. So I don't know, maybe they only spawn a set number of times. But that's this little room pretty much done. I think yeah, here we go. I've equipped my Zweihander. Gonna try and get these crystal lizards. I think to get them, the big circle has to be on the top to give them something to run through. And then with this one here, they have to be kind of horizontally like that, so the lizards don't have anywhere to run to. Either that or with the small hole at the bottom. No, I think it's, yeah. I think it's at sort of the 2 holes horizontally. And as you can see, this one's kind of offset. You have to hit it a bunch of times. There we go. And then the lizards come out. Missed that. I get that one, but it barely hurts the lizards. Or it doesn't kill them, I should say, and then they disappear. No. Come back to me. Oh well. We'll come back later. Not on camera though, since, you know, I've pretty much shown you how to do this now. There we go. Get through here. And there's nothing! Absolutely nothing. There is no reason to come through here. None. Zip. Nada. Zilch. No reason. Nah. Oh, on the subject of hitting walls randomly, there is actually a hidden bonfire in this area. It's a little further on, and I don't get it on this little run here, like my first run through the ziggurat. I do believe I pointed out, or I used the bonfire in a later episode though, probably the next one. But as I run past it on this playthrough, I'll point it out. And here, looks like someone's been at the chests. And I believe that's the Drakeblood Knights, who actually have some pretty cool lore. The way I see it, it seems like this kind of sanctum with the dragon at the bottom was besieged by these Drakeblood Knights, and they kind of came through this area and they pillaged, and I don't know, my take sort of is that they were, besieging the sanctum, which is told, it's in the lore, because they wanted the dragon's sin, they wanted his blood. They wanted his blood. And, they besieged kind of this sunken city. Then, the way I see it, they eventually broke through into this sanctum. They kind of went nuts and pillaged everything. And then, Sir Jorg was able to face the dragon. He stabbed him with his spear. The dragon kind of spewed poison everywhere. And, Sir Jorg died. Or it's very likely that he died. And that is the spear that we saw sticking out of the dragon. That is Sir Jorg's spear. So I was right about that. He is stuck through with something. And this is just a nightmare here. We don't have anywhere really to maneuver. We've got one of these stupid Drakeblood Knights who are doing a great job at dodging our attacks and just poisoning through things. Burning up Arestus. These are tough enemies. They have a wicked armor set though. Like, it looks so awesome. And you actually do get it, which is really sweet. I reckon it's, in terms of kind of the, I guess you'd call it the more realistic, kind of less ornate armor sets, just like standard plate armor, it looks the coolest. Like, I don't really like sort of the Elite Knight or the Knight set, but I very much like the Drakeblood set. It looks awesome. It's pretty light too, and has fairly good defense, and it's got a little cape. It's just awesome. I think, no, I don't think it's this area with the hidden door. No, it's not here, it's further down. It's right near the big staircase. If you know this area, and for some reason you haven't found the hidden bonfire yet. I think it's on this level. But it's right before the big staircase. That leads kind of down to a couple of Drakeblood Knights. Yeah, I think it's down here. Not here. Oh, there's a little bridge. Yeah. Behind me is where I mean. This way, yeah. Yeah, it's just to the left. Is it? No. See, that guy was trying to tell me. It's, this little corridor here. It's on the left wall. And as I run past it, I'll be like, it's to the left! And that's where it is. Yeah, lightning damage makes pretty short work of these guys. And it's just to the left here. That's where it is. See, this is the big staircase I was talking about. Yeah, these messages saved my ass in this area. Because you do not want to be surprised by these Drakeblood Knights, or, God forbid, run into more than one. I'd probably, yeah, I'd be screwed if I had to fight two. And here we get a backstab on. Yay. One thing that I've kind of been working on is, testing, I should say. AMD released with their kind of Raptor Gaming Evolved client thing. You can finally do like video recording and encoding, like just hardware accelerated on AMD cards, because it's basically the equivalent of NVIDIA's Shadowplay. Because as you may know, NVIDIA has CUDA cores, which they use for, encoding and decoding and kind of video acceleration. And AMD also have, they call it a VCE or something, video encoding. No, that makes no sense. I think it's called VCE. They basically have their own version of an encoder and decoder. And I think back with like the 5000, I should say, series of AMD cards, you could use it to record and encode video through the Catalyst Control Center. Then they took that away for some reason, but they've brought it back with the latest version of the Raptor Gaming Evolved client. So I've been messing around with using that to record videos, and yeah, there we go, there's the Drakeblood set, right by these pillaged chests. And as I was saying, it seems to work pretty smoothly. I used it to record about 20 minutes of Dark Souls. The quality isn't as good as what DX Tori can give me. However, there's almost no hidden performance. Like on a really CPU-intensive game like Battlefield, using DX Tori can drop my frames by about 10, because the CPU is already trying to go at full peg on a 64-man server just to process everything. But since the DVR, they call it digital video recorder, uses your graphics card to encode, you get something like a 2 or 3 FPS drop, so pretty much negligible. And you can mess around a little bit with compression settings, and you can say what resolution you want it to record at, so I can record at 720p, which is nice. But yeah, for about 20 minutes of Dark Souls at 720p, it gave me, I think, a 1 gigabyte file, which I wasn't super happy with, because using DX Tori, then encoding with Windows, Live Movie Maker, and then encoding one final time with Handbrake to really compress it down, gives me fairly decent quality, and about, for 20 minutes to about 20 minutes of Dark Souls footage, it gives me about 400 to 500 megabytes. And using sort of what seems like similar compression settings with the AMD solution, it was giving me a 1 gigabyte file. So we'll see. I might just apply some, standard whatever compression that Windows Live Movie Maker uses, see how far I can get it down, see what the quality is like, and then maybe I'll stop using DX Tori and use the AMD solution. And here you can see we're pretty much at the bottom of this ziggurat. Just a few more platforms to jump down. And I'm wearing the Drakeblood set here. It really is cool. I'll go back to Velstadt set just because it has a really good poise to physical defense to weight ratio. And it's got that really nice kind of, you can see the back of our Hex's hood through it. And here we go, I almost get raped by this Drakeblood Knight that's hanging out down here. Very careless of me. I go straight for the item, as I'm sure you were meant to do. FromSoft was like, oh, we'll put all these items here in this dark corridor so they won't see the Drakeblood Knight that's going to come out and just destroy them. And since I'm wearing the Drakeblood armor, which has lesser defense, this guy's really tearing me up. They're quite engaging to fight with, though. You really have to be on your toes. They have quite an unpredictable and varied moveset, so you can't just, read their moves and then punish them. Well, since we basically run out of Estus, and we're low on durability and spells, the boss at kind of the fog gate down there, we're not going to fight her in this episode. I'm going to have to go back, heal up, and then try to come down here again while conserving my healing items. And that'll be the next episode. I think we'll pretty much wrap up the DLC. Yeah, 2 more episodes tops. And then we'll be done. But that's jumping the gun a little bit. We've still got 2 bosses to get through. Let's see. Make a little jump here. Boing. And roll down here. Go down these stairs. This way. Dragon's Rest. If I was to make a prediction, I would say that a dragon is resting somewhere down here. And this area in itself is almost a maze. There's like corridors and whatnot. You can actually summon Benhart for this fight as well, which is really interesting. Like, I don't know what Benhart is doing down here, but you can summon him for this fight. I don't, because I've already completed his quest line and gotten his items, but you can summon him. In case, I don't know, you missed him somewhere and you still need whatever it is, the 3 summons to complete his quest line. But that pretty much wraps it up for this episode, so thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one for this boss fight.